but it's his time to lose it or flex that muscle. There's no, I didn't know.
Thank you, my dear.
And you guys my right up, right?
Huh?
Right up for my talk next.
Right here. Hey, Denise Myers.
I figured you did because I didn't hear it from you.
I usually do. I mean, that would be awful if I forget that.
I was afraid I would forget.
No, you did a really good job. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.
Yay. Dun, da-da-da. Oh my. Looks good.
Just a moment. Almost.
That's very cool. Well, you actually get.
What's that? Yeah.
Hello, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much, our audio specialists. It's awesome. Welcome. Welcome to our beautiful Yucca Valley Center for Spiritual Living. And thank you for coming. Beautiful people! Yay! Woo-hoo! It's so good to see those beautiful faces here in our wonderful, wonderful center. And you are really in for a beautiful treat today. I know that for a fact. And all those people who are sleeping in and staying in bed and think their dreams are great, they are mistaken. So, thank you for coming. And our beautiful MC of the day is Jody. Hey, give it again, please. Our wonderful, lovely, lovely dear Joe. He is a long time member of the center, and he is so loved and he loves us, and we are so blessed to have him. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
No, I am. So first off, Juniper is going to kick us off with the gong.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. For the ride.
Do it
Yeah, give it a good one.
again. Go bang.
Yay.
Good, shake it up. Yeah. That's much better. There we go.
Yay! Woohoo!
Yes. Okay. Let's take a second, get centered. Take a couple deep breaths and turn within to that divine spiritual center that we all share and know that God is all there is. Everything, everywhere, always. No place without. And we are truly blessed to be here today in this beautiful desert weather. I love the rain. It is such a gift. And we swim in God's divine sea. I love that.
Ooh.
That's the kind of thing Ernest Holmes would say. And we can't go wrong. So be prepared. Today's going to be a wonderful, inspiring, and spiritual experience. And it's going to be the perfect start of another perfect week in spirit. So I say in gratitude, thank you, God, for this wonderful stuff. And together we can earn it by saying, and so it
And
is.
so it is.
All right. Well, Arjuna is going to kick us off with some spiritual tunes.
Woo-hoo! A tune. Yay!
So I want to start things off by playing the mirror. Second, it was used away. So before singer, and I always tell people try to find an instrument, and they say, "Oh no, I can't." I play this. I'm gonna play. I think, it's based on a rhino crossing. So they wrote a song about that. Really, so I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, okay, I was thinking that as I play it, you can just drift from the image of a rhino. I don't know. Anyway, so here goes. I think that makes you feel good when you play it.
I'll bet it does. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, extra $50 at the Living Desert to do the rhino experience. Just one of those things that you never, ever forget. It's like forever. It's so wonderful. We got to feed it. We got to pet it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
I got to be so close and to see they don't have hooves. I always thought they had hooves. They have three-toed feet that are flexible. Just amazing, amazing things. And they're feeling their body. It's like a stucco side of the house. They are definitely armored. Okay, we got a song we all do.
We are playing it. Stephanie Kern is singing it for us over the audio, and we can effect to stand up and sing it with her. That's basically the text of it. Spirit be with me, Spirit before me, Spirit beside me, Spirit behind me, Spirit below me, Spirit above me, Spirit surrounds me, Spirit is me, Spirit behind me, Spirit before me. Spirit beside me, Spirit behind me, Spirit below me, Spirit above me, Spirit surrounds me, Spirit is me, Spirit over me, Spirit beside me, Spirit beside me, Spirit behind me. Oh, is above me, surrounds me, Spirit is me, Spirit behind me,
If we had wings, we'd all be hovering.
A choir.
Okay, now it's time for Robbie to read our purpose and vision statement.
Purpose statement. The Yucca Valley Center of Spiritual Living is a healing teaching center and building dreams by teaching and practicing the principles of the science of mind. Vision statement. Empowering all with love and compassion.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo, yay.
All right.
We'll just stay here. You're up.
I'm on. Okay. Thank you. I am on. Good morning again, beautiful people. So, yes, announcements. A lot is going on here at the center, as you probably know, and many of you are participating, so you know what's going on. On Tuesday, we have community days. On Friday, we have movie evenings, so please come enjoy that one. We always have good movies showing here at 5 o'clock, so enjoy that. We have meditations, yes. Today, we have a beautiful meditation with Marcus. Marcus, I can see him right now. He's probably busy in the kitchen with Danielle. So after the celebration and after the school hour, please come and have meditation with Marcus today. It's always very good. Robin has her meditation on the second Monday of the month. So next month, enjoy Robin. She 5:30 here at the center. Really good times to meditate. Arjuna is doing a wonderful healing class on Saturday after 3 o'clock every Saturday here at the center. We learn a lot about health and how important our voice is and how we can raise our vibrations with our voice. And we talk about the Om, and we, as you know, we do the Om towards the end of the celebration. And some of you maybe don't know really why we are doing it, but I try to explain it that we are doing it for world peace and to raise our frequencies, and it's always more powerful to do it in a group setting. And so Arjuna told us also that it opens the pineal gland, which is very important for spiritual awareness. And just yesterday I heard Eckhart Tolle speaking, and I don't know if you all know him. He's a contemporary spiritual teacher, really interesting. And he says that Om is the ancient sound of ancient India. And the language we speak in Europe, he's also from Europe, but Americans also speak English, so actually European language. The languages we speak in Europe are called Indo-European languages, and there is a link with Sanskrit, the ancient language of India. It is Eckhart Tolle's personal theory that the English word home is related to the Om sound, which I really like, because the deepest meaning of home is not your external home. The deepest meaning of home is to be rooted in the being of yourself. So, yeah, when we do the Om, it's our home. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So I think I got that. Doria has healing hands on the last Sunday of the month. So enjoy that one too. All donations for meditations, healing hands, come directly to the center. Thank you so much for that. Next speaker is one of our very own, Denise Myers. Yay! She's here. Please stand up, Denise. Say hi to the beautiful people. And with her, after her talk, I think we have singing bowls, right? And healing sounds. So please for that too next Sunday. That's going to be awesome. Denise Myers. She is a wonderful YBCSA board member, and she is a Science of Mind practitioner. Awesome. She is also a Reiki master teacher. She is also licensed as a You Can Heal Your Life practitioner, and she author of the book The Power of Choice. She and her husband Michael, who is here too, lovely Michael, operate the dog rescue, and they have currently many dogs in their rescue. So if you're looking for a little doggy, just talk to her. Her talk title will be Let's Start a Loving Kindness Revolution in 2024. Yes, we like that. In 2024, let's love each other even more. Woo! I hope we can stand that one. Her quotes on love and kindness. Mother Teresa, we can't all do great things, but can do small things with great love. Beautiful. That's homes. Love is the central flame of the universe, nay, the very fire itself. And a bumper sticker from the 60s. Love is the answer. Now, what was the question? I like that.
I don't know who
Thank you, Jane. Awesome. I guess that's it for announcements. Do we have announcements to do, Danielle?
I'm just going to say that because of the way the group is, and just as a little, first of all, Peter's going to be talking about youth stuff. So maybe a little promo. It's time for us to get youthful again. Okay, we're adults and we're boring as heck. So the thing is, unless we start growing, we have to have some fun. We have to be silly. We have to allow ourselves and our thoughts to say, hey, we're doing this. We're gonna move. Like, for example, so we're looking for you like this whole Yucca Valley and anywhere. Should be okay. Colorful. The better life. That's why you come here. So just think about our best. This is a term for everybody. All of you, those who are watching now, watch those are. So have fun. That's a little bit. We'll be back there. Perfect. So thank you for coming anyway.
Thank you.
Dream big this year.
Yay.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay. Ooh. Now to read from the sign. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, can everybody hear
It's
okay?
all new.
Can you guys hear?
Yes. Good.
Okay, I was gonna, I'm gonna read this, it's called One, and I had help picking this out. This is from 2000. It is so involved in of believing in separation. After all, our senses tell us that we are here and the rest of the world is there. The stars and galaxies are scattered to infinity. People are different from one another, and the creatures are many and varied. And all of this is different across time and over distance. And this is not to mention all of the different languages and worldviews of people that lead us to think we are experiencing separation. Our perceptions point to separation, to uniqueness and apartness of things. And yet, every great spiritual teacher over time has said essentially this: it's all one. There is only one thing happening across the entire universe and any other universes that may exist. It is all one thing experiencing itself in a multitude of forms. It is like the plants that share systems underground but appear to be plants above ground. We share a common intelligence, yet we individualize as the unique expressions that we are. Perhaps you have had an experience of oneness in meditation, maybe, or perhaps you have not. Either way, it is not too difficult to to contemplate oneness. One thing is happening. Our minds are part of the one mind, individualized, but not individual. One. Okay, now there's a couple other things to read here. This is by Alice O. Howell. Nothing in this world, nothing exists outside of, as above, so below. Here's another one by, this is from The Science of Mind. We should turn to that living presence within, which is the Father in heaven. Recognize it as the one and only power in the universe. Unify with it. Declare our word to be the presence, power, and activity of this one. And here's the affirmation. Mind. Spirit is the one. And I am connected with all of. I know this, and I allow it to inform every thought and feeling.
Thank you. Very, very good. Something to remember. Okay. We get to read today's speaker. Peter Bedard. After a near-death experience, Peter Bedard was faced with the greatest challenge of all, living life in severe physical, emotional, and spiritual pain and anxiety. The former dancer soon discovered that the anger and frustration and anxiety that he felt because of his injuries were not only keeping him in pain, but were waiting to teach him the greatest gifts of his life. Now a celebrated author, consultant, international speaker, and healer, Peter helps thousands of people globally to live a life of full potential while integrating the lessons of pain into balanced living. Title for his talk, Back to Basics, We Are One, the Individualization of Spirit. Quotes from Ernest Holmes, I live in the faith that there is a presence greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could never even imagine. I know that this is all-knowing and all power and is always right where I am. And actually, they're all from Ernest Holmes. Life is infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It is the invisible essence and substance of every form. Its nature is goodness, truth, wisdom, and beauty, as well as energy and imagination. Our highest satisfaction comes from a sense of conscious union with this invisible life. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to the first principles, to find such an inward wholeness that all sense of fear, doubt, and uncertainty vanishes. And there is one power in the universe, and we can all use it. In Peter's section, I am, God is, we are. That's so cool. So now, Peter Bedard.
All right. Hello, Yucca Valley CS. Hello to everybody online. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful to be here. It is such a fun experience coming up to Yucca. I get to travel all over the world and speak at times, and it's fun to be able to say I'm an international speaker. I've spoken in Yucca Valley. I truly, every time I come here, I am just impressed. I mean, you guys change all. It's beautiful. I love doing. I mean, the new pulpit behind this big giant box anymore. I don't even stand here. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. So, I want to talk about oneness, because oneness and the idea of all us being connected was something that really eluded me. It was something in my history that I just didn't understand. I didn't get it. And I was like, well, that was about the idea that if I could love someone without knowing someone, right? And that was my response, that if someone can hate me without knowing me, which has happened many times, why can't I love someone without knowing them? And can I sit in that oneness? Can I sit in that love? Can I be in that experience? Can I hold that as my truth? Because our brain likes to separate us from truth. Our brain likes to tell us that it's just you and you're all alone and there's nobody else that can do it, or you have no help. There's nothing. Our brain makes up these very isolating stories for us. And our brain keeps us in that place of alienation. Our brain, which is also connected to that ego part of us, wants to say it's right? And that's going through life in this way, being right, being in the head, thinking only in the head. That creates this sense of others. When we ever have a sense of other, then we can belittle people, we can feel separate from, right? And we can make the people outside ourselves less than. And we do that internally as well, right? We do that to the parts of ourselves, right? As above, so below. That reading was just, if I'm doing something on the outside, I'm potentially doing on the inside. So if I'm saying those people over there, look what's happening politically in our world, those people, right? Well, I'm causing myself harm in doing that. And I have to look inside. There's a technique called the mirror technique, right? We make a statement of those people over there. And you look at that statement and you say, is that absolute truth? They are like that. Well, are all of them like that? It's not true, right? And so that when we find ourselves doing something like that, those people over there are stupid. Women are, men are, gay people are. These assumptions that we make, right? And then we cut ourselves off from them. We alienate ourselves and we make that the other. When we find out and actually sit down and listen, is that an absolute truth? And the answer is 99% of the time, no, it's not an absolute truth. So then we turn it around and personalize it. And we have to say, instead of they, we have to say, I am. And that could be a little confronting to our ego. So if we're saying those people are stupid, then I have to say, well, I am. If we're saying those people are wrong, we have to say, well, I am. If we have to say, if we say those people are bad, then we have to turn it around and say, I am. And how am I that? That idea of self-reflection, of turning in and saying, well, how am I doing that thing? Right? And so to go inside and say, how am I doing that on that micro level internally into me? Right? There was a time where I used to, I absolutely hated my body. I had body dysmorphia and my body, and I thought it was a monster. I thought it was horrible. I thought it was one of the ugliest things I'd ever seen in the world. Right? That's how my brain looked at myself. Right? I grew up as a dancer. and everybody had like 4% body fat, right? And it's just a lot of muscle, right? And I was very self-judgmental about who I was and how I was, right? What my body looked like, what my bone was, all of that stuff. And I developed just this twisted opinion, which none of it was accurate. I was not able to see that by going within, by making those statements, by actually seeing that my statement is the thing I was thinking was a lie that I was telling myself and projecting into the world. Isn't that interesting? Right? And I was creating that separation. Oh, those people, I don't fit in, I don't belong. I can't compare. All I was doing was comparing. Got it? So this idea of oneness, can I be one inside myself? Because there's so many parts of me running around. There's my circulatory system, there's my nervous system, right? There's my respiratory system. There's electrical energies running through my body. I have parts just physically. You do too. That are all happening independent and codependent of each other. Right? I also have a physical body, and I also have a spiritual body. Wow. Finding the diversity and the oneness of each of these things inside of me. Can I do that? Can I allow my spiritual body to have its own voice? Can I allow my physical body to have its own voice? Normally, it's the loudest voice, or the mental. It's kind of a give and take between the two of them. The mind that bullies, pushes away, subjugates everything else. Right? I see a bunch of sighs. I hear a bunch of sighs. Can we create oneness in diversity? Today is a beautiful example of oneness and diversity. This community right here. There are so many amazing, beautiful personalities. Look at them all right here. There are so many amazing people in this space. There's so many beautiful beings right here. And you all have come together in your diversity to create this single experience today. Don't ever let anyone tell you that diversity is a problem. There's a oneness happening right now in this moment, in the diversity of all the different people, all the different shapes, all the different opinions, all the different judgments, and they are all coming together right now. This moment. And what a beautiful moment this is. I trust you appreciate that. This community is very special. To do that within ourselves, right? To do that within the you. And so to experience oneness, 4 Science of Mind all across the world, Centers for Spiritual Living in January are really a back to the basics, right? It's back to teachings, back to our theory, back to our philosophy, right, of oneness. And that is, there's many, I know you guys read them once a month, you read what we believe. Basically, they boil down to you are, I am, we are one. That's basically what they all boil down to. The primary teachings of who we are as a spiritual center, right? And it's a beautiful understanding. It's a beautiful lens to understand the world, to operate through the world. It's a lens that gives us it's a lens that brings us together. One of my favorite metaphors is the idea of the ocean and the wave. Every wave is different. Every wave comes from the ocean, and every wave goes back into the ocean. Every wave is made of the consistency, the chemicals of the ocean. Every wave has the personality, the elements of the ocean. You are the wave. We've modernized some of our language. We say individualization. Ernest Holmes actually used the word incarnation. I actually prefer the word incarnation. I understand individualization, and I understand for our modern culture, oh, I get it more easily. What is an incarnation? Well, let me tell you, an incarnation is the embodiment. An incarnation is to take on, is to understand, to incarnate, to be as the source. You following me there? So Ernest Holmes has said, we are the incarnation of the divine. Every tradition spiritually in the world has said, I got you, huh? Yeah. Every history, every spirituality in the world, every religion has said that in its fundamental core. You are a manifestation, you are an embodiment, an emanation, an incarnation of, you are the wave of the ocean. And what we believe in CSL is because you are that, because you are that, and you are that, you also have a direct line of connection to the one. It is always there, ever present. It is actually the core of your being, in your DNA, in the energy that animates you in life itself. You get to take that energy and individualize it. You get to take that energy of that oneness, and you get to be the amazing expression of that as yourself. Isn't that awesome? You're given all of these tools. You're given all of these resources. You're given all of these things that you then can say, I'm going to wiggle into it, and I'm going to be the me that is from the it. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It's like when you're born, you're thrown into a shop, and there's all these tools, and you get to pick the ones you want. Isn't that cool? You get to build, you get to create. You get to be the creator using the tools of the creator in your life right now. Isn't that fun? Isn't it beautiful? It really is something. Yeah. And to consciously remember that, because our brain is always trying to take us away from that. Remember, our brain is trying to visualize its. Our brain is only looking at this one-dimensional, three-dimensional kind of world and not understanding that there are more dimensions to it. And that's why I kind of call it a one-dimensional view of life. When we add in the heart, you guys remember that color, right? You may not, you're a little young. Does this make sense? So to actually take responsibility for that, to actually say, when I feel lonely, when I feel alienated, when I feel less than, it's just not the truth of who I am. When I feel a lack of abundance, it's not the who I am. It's just an illusion. Because I am connected directly. I have aligned Commissioner Gordon. I am directly connected to the divine itself. So don't let that illusion take you. One of the ways you could do it, whenever I come here, I'm always grateful to come here. Whenever I do, I always have to do something physical. I ask you to chant with me. I've asked you to get us with me. Today, I'm going to ask you to tap your heart. So whatever your dominant hand whether you're right or left, I want you to put that hand upon your heart. And I want your hand, just feel that tap. What this does is it puts you into that connection with the heart. And the heart is an amazing organ. The heart lives in multiple places all at one time. The study of the heart is incredible. What we are discovering all the time about the heart is absolutely amazing. You want to get out of the head thinking and into heart thinking. As you keep doing this, did you know your heart has neurons? Did you know that what we thought neurons were only in the brain are actually here in your heart? your heart actually thinks. So let your heart do the thinking, and let your heart then lead the brain through life. Let your heart feel that passion, let that heart feel the joy. Let your heart connect with that oneness, that divine God itself. Let your heart understand it. And one of the ways you can get out of your head is by tapping your heart. Because this heart lives in the physical world. It pumps your blood. But it also understands and is connected directly with Source. It is that when you feel love, you feel it in your heart. It is that part that when you look out on a beautiful horizon and see the mountains or the sky, it's that heart that feels like it is opening up, ripping open at times to the divine. Keep tapping, don't stop. Connect with that heart more than you thought you could. Bring yourself out of your head into the heart and let the heart lead the way. I want you to close your eyes now. I want you to close your eyes and I want you just to keep connecting with that heart. Keep loving that heart. Ask the heart to step forward. Ask the heart to lead you in life. Ask that passion, ask that love, ask that divine energy to bring you, to reveal itself in life right. Ask your heart. Call it forward. Let it lead the way. Stop patting, take a deep breath, put your hand on your heart. And I'm inviting you to feel that oneness that we have now in the world. There's a coherency that happened in this room right now. There is a single heart that is beating in this room right now. And all of you, like the spokes on the wheel, like the waves of the ocean, are breathing, are beating together. And you have not lost yourself. In fact, you're individually contributing to this experience of oneness. Your individual identity, your incarnation is supporting this oneness. It is not an either or. It is a we. You are, I am, we are one. Let's say that. You are, I am, we are one. Thank you.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Back on? Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, before we move on, I left my thing down there. Peter has 2 books. And he's got them in the social hall for sale. And if you buy a bunch of them, I think they're discounted. So if you know someone you want to get books were my thing forever. I miss it so much. All right. Wow. Another inspiration or plunk, whatever that is.
I thought of something. I read a while back, Riddle of the Sphinx. The 1 becomes the 2 becomes the 3, and out of the 1 becomes everything. So I can't forget that, but I thought I'd forget it. Anyway, so, what am I doing here? Okay.
Yep.
So, I want to do a song from the Dead Sea Scrolls. Done it before, I think. And again, every now and then I'll read a poem or I'll hear something and I'll think, God, that could be a good song. So I read this passage and it's about Jesus talking about breathing. And in the traditional Bible, we never hear about Jesus talking about breathing, but in the certain scriptures, I read this passage and I thought, okay, I'm going to make a song out of it. So here goes. And I've embellished it with some harmonic singing, but basically this is it. Angel of the air, holy messenger of Mother Earth, dive deeply into me, like a swallow dives from the sky, so that I may know the secrets of the wind and the music of the stars and the music of the and the music of the stars. Wow. Yeah, man, I couldn't resist. I had to turn that into a song.
That is amazing. Thank you, Arjuna. Everybody ready to sing? My gift goes forth. My gift goes forth on the wings of love,
And it lands where it can heal, and blessed
it returns to me.
multiplied a thousandfold as the universe
Says yes, yes, as the universe says yes. All right. First off, thank you. And last, thank you. This is what keeps it all happening. And we truly appreciate everything you give. Everything you give is exactly the right amount. And it's been working like a charm for quite a while now.
We're still here.
So
We're still open.
let's take some of that power that we all have, that we all share, that universal oneness, and plant it right here. Plant it in this money. It has a lot to do. And it'll do it. And more. I just get such a kick out of that. You think, you just get used to this stuff. You people are powerful. I feel it. I get chills and my hair stands up. The whole thing is just wonderful. Thank you so much. Thanks for the boost. I have a little, I read Science of Mind every day, the little magazines. And I also have another little meditation book. And this morning's meditation was a quote from Cormac McCarthy, of all people. His stuff is so dark. But this quote was, between the wish and the thing is all the wonder of life. Oh, man. I mean, this guy is so, his books are creepy. But then he has this, wonderful. So, anyway, where are we? We did the money. Oh yeah. Another, Lord, prepare me. And Denise.
Lord,
Prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
Thank you so much, Peter. That was amazing. And I do want to just mention next week, the biggest message I want people to get from my talk is that the tiniest little act of kindness can change the world. People will remember it 70 years later. And so I'll be telling stories as I always do. And they're all true. And thank you for being here today. I love each and every one of you, and I feel very blessed to be of service. Take a deep breath. Connect with that heart center that we just connected with. Connect with your fondest dreams, your biggest wishes, your biggest desires. And we will take them into words, put them into the universe so that they are so. As long as they, for the highest good of all, we have a totality of possibilities. And I recognize that there is but one energy in the universe for good, and we can use it. It does not matter what name it goes by, God, Allah, Buddha. None of that matters. For there are many paths up the mountain, but the view from the summit is the same. And I recognize that we are one. Each and every one of us has that spark of God, that spark of totality of possibilities, that spark of wonder, that spark of passion for good. And as we go forth this week, I affirm that we will find that peace within us that goes beyond understanding. That we will spend time living in that space. For the world will become peaceful when each and every one of us are peaceful within. There will be peace without. And I affirm for this center that it is growing exponentially. That we are thriving and spreading our broader message. For with our broader message, we can welcome so many people that might feel lost, that might feel like they don't belong, might feel like they just don't fit in. We can welcome them here because none of us do. We know that. We know we are unique. And we are open to welcoming everyone. There is no division with our God. There is no division for race, sexuality, anything. None of that matters, for we are one. And I deny anything that will prevent this from happening. I deny any ideology, any religion, any person, place, or thing that will stop this movement of love, kindness, and joy and possibilities. And I reaffirm that they are ours, our fondest dreams, our peace that goes beyond understanding that we understand right now. We will and do understand it better and better. And for all of these things, I am truly grateful, knowing that they are already here in mind and experience. They are done. And as I release my word to God and the law of mind in gratitude and thanksgiving, knowing it is done, I say, blessed be, amen, and so it is.
And so it is. Yay! Yes.
Okay. You said was wonderful. Oh, did I? No. Okay. We're all right. Are we? Another song from Arjuna.
Woo! Yay.
Where's the mic?
It's plugged in.
Oh.
Okay, so I was thinking, I shouldn't have all the fun. Get your favorite singing. So I'd like to have all of you join me now, and keep it real simple. Just hum. And a little health tip: when you hum, you activate the nitric oxides that's released in your nose as you breathe through your nose and as you chant. So I was thinking about that. So if we all start a hum, we'll just keep that going. And so my new music is that basically I just drop these phrases over the hum. I've never really done it, but that's what I like to experiment with that. Because I was thinking, and anybody can hum. Okay, so I'll start off. You can just join me. Feel the vibration. Keep going. You've got the power. You've got the power. I can feel it in my soul. Thank you.
We are amazing. Thank you so much, Arjuna. You guys are wonderful. That was awesome. Okay, it's time for some poems. Since we just
Yeah, just
hummed. Now we can
Warmed
own
up,
it.
right? So please, who would like to stand up? Who would like to be seated? Stay seated. We're doing our 3 ohms for world peace and to align our frequency with the frequency of the universe. So you take a nice breath in and you just let out your tongue like you love to. So.
So while we're in this space, let's take a little journey within and know that there is one life. That life is God. That life is our life right now. We are divine and perfect, each of us. I love the waves that one, being a surfer, that one just got to me. The other one I like really a lot is each of us are sparks, little electric sparks in the mind of the infinite. It's all us. Thank you, God, for this space, this precious space that we share. Thank you for each of us. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful being. Love you all. So let's celebrate this day. And affirm it by saying, and so it is. Yes.
Yes.
Peace out.
Yes,
Yes,
there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With love as our center, united all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Yes.
Hey.
Don't forget, Chow and us in the social hall and meditation following.
Yes.
Yes,
He
we
forgot.
are, you're right.
Yes, let's do a good combination. We have another call.
Yeah, so it goes.
Yeah.
Did you get my
It goes like, see this right here, and this goes down.
Yes.
When I got there, it was
I bought it.
180